Hello, everyone. And I'm Elena, your host, and I am absolutely thrilled you're here with me today. If you're passionate about moving beyond textbook English and truly speaking like a local, you are in the perfect place. We're here to help you not just learn English, but to live it, to breathe it, and to speak it naturally and confidently every single day. If you're new to our community, please do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. You won't want to miss our daily doses of real world English learning. Today, we're diving headfirst into a topic that is both fascinating and fundamentally crucial for anyone looking to master authentic American English: idioms and slang. Think of them as the secret handshake of language, the insider knowledge that makes your English sound less like a textbook and more like a lively conversation with the native speaker. Why are idioms and slang so important, you ask? Well, imagine trying to understand a deep conversation, a hilarious stand up comedy show, or even your favorite American TV series without knowing these phrases. It's like trying to navigate a city with half a map. You'll get lost in translation, miss the jokes, and misunderstand the real emotion behind the words. Idioms, in particular, are phrases where the meaning isn't obvious from the individual words, like saying, "It's raining cats and dogs," when you mean it's raining heavily. If you don't know the idiom, you'll be looking for actual animals falling from the sky. Slang, on the other hand, is the informal, often trendy vocabulary that's specific to a particular group or region, constantly evolving, and gives your speech a contemporary, authentic edge. By the end of this incredibly comprehensive episode, you won't just have a list of phrases. You'll have a deeper understanding of how Americans truly communicate. You'll gain practical tools to decipher fast paced conversations. And more importantly, you'll feel empowered to actually use these expressions yourself, making your English sound effortless, confident, and genuinely American. So get ready to open your ears, stretch your mind, and perhaps even grab a notepad, because we're about to unlock some of the most vital linguistic keys to speaking English like a true local. Let's get started. All right, let's kick things off with some classic American idioms. These are the colorful, non literal phrases that are baked right into the fabric of everyday conversation. Mastering these will give you a significant boost in sounding natural. For each one, I'll explain it, give you a few examples, and then offer a quick practice prompt for you to try saying it aloud. First up, a very common one for when you're feeling unwell: under the weather. This means you're feeling sick or unwell, typically not severely, but enough to feel a bit off. It's a polite and common way to say you're not feeling great without going into detail. For example, you might say, "I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, so I might head home early from work." Or, "She didn't come to the party because she was feeling under the weather." You could even use it after a long trip, saying, "After that long flight, I was definitely feeling under the weather for a day or two." Now imagine you have a slight cold. Try saying, "I think I'm a little under the weather." Next, for something incredibly easy: piece of cake. This refers to something that is very easy to do, requiring little effort. You might hear this in a sentence like, "Don't worry about that math problem. For me, it was a piece of cake." Or, "The presentation went smoothly. It was an absolute piece of cake." It's also great for describing a quick learning curve. "Learning to use this new software was a piece of cake once I watched the tutorial." Now think of something you find super easy. How would you describe it? Say, "That test was a piece of cake." Here's a fun one, often used to tease out a secret: spill the beans. This means to reveal a secret or tell something that was supposed to be kept private. It implies accidentally or impulsively revealing information. For instance, "Come on, spill the beans." What did he say about the surprise party? Or, "I accidentally spilled the beans about their engagement before they could announce it." Sometimes someone just wants to tell, "She really wanted to spill the beans about the new project, but she managed to keep quiet." Imagine someone's holding back exciting news. Try saying, "Seriously, just spill the beans already." When it's time to go, hit the road. This simply means to leave, to begin a journey. It's a casual and direct way to announce departure. You could say, "It's getting late. We should probably hit the road if we want to beat traffic." Or, "We decided to hit the road early in the morning to avoid the heat." If you've got a long trip ahead, "I've got a long drive ahead, so I need to hit the road soon." When you're ready to go home, try saying, "All right, time to hit the road." To end your work or activities, call it a day night. This means to stop working on something or doing an activity for the rest of the day or night. It's a common way to signal the end of a task or shift. For example, "I'm exhausted. Let's call it a day and pick this up tomorrow morning." Or, "After studying for 5 hours, she decided to call it a night and get some rest." When you finish the main part of a project, "We finished the main part of the project, so I think we can call it a day." When you've done enough work or activity for the day, say, "That's enough for now. I'm going to call it a night." Next up, for pinpoint accuracy, hit the nail on the head. This means to describe exactly what is causing a situation or problem. To be precisely right. It's a strong way to acknowledge someone's keen insight. You might hear, "You really hit the nail on the head with that explanation. That's exactly what happened." Or, "His analysis of the market problem truly hit the nail on the head." And when you give someone a great idea, when you said we needed more communication, you hit the nail right on the head. When someone says something perfectly accurate, try, "Wow, you totally hit the nail on the head." And for anything expensive, cost an arm and a leg. This refers to something being very expensive, costing a great deal of money. For instance, "That new sports car looks amazing, but it must cost an arm and a leg." Or, "Getting those repairs done on the house is going to cost an arm and a leg." It's also great for travel. "I really want to travel, but flights these days cost an arm and a leg." Imagine a really expensive item you want. Say, "Oh, that designer bag must cost an arm and a leg." To ensure everyone is aligned, on the same page. This means to be in agreement or have the same understanding about something, to share the same information or viewpoint. You could say, "Before we move forward, let's make sure we're all on the same page about the project goals." Or, "After our meeting, I think everyone is finally on the same page regarding the new strategy." For teamwork, we need to get the team on the same page before we present to the client. Check for understanding with a friend or colleague. Are we on the same page about tomorrow's schedule? When you're being adaptable, go with the flow. This means to adapt to a situation rather than trying to control it, to be relaxed and flexible and accept things as they happen. For example, our plans might change unexpectedly, so let's just go with the flow and see what happens. Or, "He's very easygoing. He always just goes with the flow." Sometimes in life, you just have to embrace it. Sometimes in life, you just have to go with the flow instead of fighting against it. Imagine a flexible situation. Say, "I'm easy. I'll just go with the flow today." A classic for good luck, break a leg. This means good luck. It's almost always used before a performance like a play, concert, or presentation, or before a challenging task. You might hear, "You've got a big presentation today. Break a leg. I know you'll do great." Or, before going on stage, the director told the actors to break a leg. It's also great for interviews. "I hope you break a leg at your job interview tomorrow." Wish someone good luck before a challenge. "Break a leg on your exam." When you have to endure something tough, bite the bullet. This means to endure a difficult or unpleasant situation because it is unavoidable. To face a difficult situation with courage. For instance, "I really don't want to work overtime, but I guess I'll just have to bite the bullet and get it done." Or, "The project was complicated, so we had to bite the bullet and work late all week." Sometimes it's just a tough choice. It's a tough decision, but sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and do what's necessary. Mentally prepare for a difficult, unavoidable task. Say, "Time to bite the bullet and call my boss about that mistake." To grab someone's attention. Catch someone's eye. This means to attract someone's attention. It can be literal, like making eye contact, or figurative. You might hear, "I tried to catch the waiter's eye, but he was busy serving another table." Or, "That bright red dress really caught my eye in the store window." For a new idea. His innovative idea immediately caught the investor's eye. Think about noticing something attractive or interesting. Say, "That colorful painting really caught my eye in the gallery." If a skill is fading, lose your touch. This means to no longer be as good at something as you once were, to lose a skill or ability you used to possess. For example, "I used to be a great baker, but my cakes are terrible now." I think I've lost my touch. Or, the tennis player admitted he might have lost his touch after several losses. If someone's been away, he's been out of the game for a while, so he's worried he's lost his touch. If you feel like you're not as good at something anymore, say, "I think I'm losing my touch at playing guitar." When nerves strike before a big event, get cold feet. This means to suddenly become too frightened or nervous to do something you had planned to do, often something important like a wedding or a big decision. You could say, "He was supposed to propose, but he got cold feet at the last minute and didn't do it." Or, "She was ready to sign the contract, but then she got cold feet about moving to a new city." It's also a good phrase for encouragement. Don't get cold feet before your presentation. You're going to do great. Imagine backing out of something due to nerves. Say, "I almost got cold feet before my interview, but I went anyway." And to regain composure, pull yourself together. This means to regain control of your emotions and behave normally, especially after being upset, emotional, or disoriented. For instance, "Stop crying and pull yourself together. We have to figure this out." Or, "After the shock wore off, she took a deep breath and pulled herself together." When someone is stressed, "I know you're stressed, but you need to pull yourself together and focus on the task." If you're feeling a bit flustered or emotional, tell yourself, "Okay, Elena, pull yourself together." Now let's look at another set of vital idioms often related to challenges or effort. When pigs fly. This means something that will never happen, an impossibility. It's used sarcastically to express disbelief. For example, "My brother will clean his room when pigs fly." Or if someone asks for a raise, "Do you think they'll give us a raise this year?" "Yeah, when pigs fly." And for apologies. "She said she'd apologize, but I think that will happen when pigs fly." Think of something highly unlikely. Say, He'll finish his project on time. When pigs fly. Bite off more than you can chew. This means to take on a task that is too big or too difficult to handle. To attempt something beyond your capability. You might hear, I think I bit off more than I could chew by volunteering to organize the entire event by myself. Or as a warning, be careful not to bite off more than you can chew with too many commitments. And for someone who overcommits, he probably bit off more than he could chew when he tried to learn 3 new languages at once. If you feel overwhelmed by a task, say, I think I might have bitten off more than I can chew with this project. Get something off your chest. This means to reveal something that has been bothering you or causing you to feel guilty or anxious. To confess or express something that's been weighing on your mind. For instance, I need to get something off my chest. I accidentally broke your favorite mug. Or after a tough conversation. Talking to my friend really helped me get it off my chest and feel better. It's always good advice. If you have something on your mind, it's always good to get it off your chest. Imagine having a secret or concern you want to share. Say, can I talk to you? I really need to get something off my chest. In the same boat. This means to be in the same difficult or unpleasant situation as someone else, to share the same problem or circumstance. For example, we're all trying to meet this tight deadline, so don't worry, we're all in the same boat. Or after a shared experience, after the power outage, everyone in the neighborhood was in the same boat without electricity. For students, many students feel the pressure of exams, so you're not alone. We're all in the same boat. If you're sharing a common challenge with someone, say, don't worry, we're all in the same boat. Burning the midnight oil. This means to work late into the night, often on a difficult task or to meet a deadline. It refers to the old days of using oil lamps. You might say, I've got a big presentation tomorrow, so I'll be burning the midnight oil tonight. Or for students often have to burn the midnight oil during exam season. And for team efforts, we had to burn the midnight oil to get the report finished on time. When you're working very late, say, I'm going to be burning the midnight oil tonight. Okay, we've covered some classic idioms. Now, let's jump into the world of modern American slang and casual expressions. These are the words and phrases that give your English an immediate contemporary feel. Remember, slang can sometimes be more informal, so context is key. First up, a super popular word to describe something amazing, lit. This means excellent, exciting, amazing, or incredibly fun. It's often used to describe parties, events, or experiences that are truly outstanding. For instance, that concert last night was absolutely lit. Everyone was dancing. Or for entertainment. The new video game is so lit, I can't stop playing it. And for good times. We had a lit time at the beach last weekend. Describe something awesome you experienced. The party was lit. To emphasize truth, no cap. This means no lie. Seriously, telling the truth. It's a way to emphasize that what you're saying is honest and not an exaggeration. It's quite popular with younger generations. You could say, I finished all my homework in an hour, no cap. Or to praise food, this is the best burger I've ever had, no cap. And for surprising news, she really won the lottery, no cap. When you want to sound really truthful about something, say, that was the hardest workout ever, no cap. You'll hear this one a lot. Chill or chill out. Chill as a verb means to relax, to hang out. As an adjective, it describes something relaxed, easygoing, or cool. Chill out as a phrase means to calm down or relax. For example, let's just chill at home tonight and watch a movie. Or for a person's personality, he's a very chill person. Nothing bothers him. And if someone's stressed, hey, you need to chill out a bit. Don't stress so much. Try saying, I just want to chill this weekend. Or to someone stressed, chill out. And to make plans, hang out. This means to spend time casually with friends, to socialize informally. You might say, do you want to hang out after class today? Or, thinking about past times, we used to hang out at the coffee shop every Saturday. And for quiet evenings, I'm just hanging out at home this evening. Ask a friend to spend time. Hey, let's hang out soon. For a quick informal apology, my bad. This means my mistake. My fault. It's a very casual and common way to apologize for a small error or oversight. For instance, oops, my bad. I spilled my drink on your book. Or to acknowledge a mistake. Oh, was that your seat? My bad. And for forgetting something. I forgot to send the email. My bad. If you make a small error, say, oh, my bad. I didn't see you there. To express impressive success, crush it. This means to do something extremely well, to succeed impressively at a task or challenge. It's often used as encouragement. You could say, you've been studying hard. I know you're going to crush that exam. Or for a team's performance, the team really crushed it in the final game. They played incredibly well. And as encouragement, go out there and crush it today. You're ready. Encourage someone before a challenge. You got this. Crush it. Next, the versatile vibe. As a noun, it's the atmosphere or feeling of a place, person, or situation. As a verb, it means to get a good feeling about someone or something, or simply to relax and enjoy the moment, often in sync with music or a person. For example, this restaurant has a great vibe. I love the music and lighting. And for music, I really vibe with this song. It's exactly what I needed. You can also describe a person. I get a good vibe from her. She seems trustworthy. Or simply enjoying. We just sat on the porch listening to music and vibing. Describe an atmosphere. The party had a really good vibe. If you're super tired, beat. This means extremely tired, exhausted, worn out. You might say, after working a 12-hour shift, I'm totally beat. Or after physical activity, I ran a marathon yesterday, so my legs are absolutely beat today. When you just want to rest, I'm too beat to go out. I just want to sleep. When you're very tired, say, I'm absolutely beat after that workout. For expressing excitement, pumped or stoked. Both mean very excited or enthusiastic about something. Stoked can sometimes imply a more intense, almost adrenaline-fueled excitement. For instance, I'm so pumped for the concert this weekend. It's going to be amazing. Or for future plans. She's really stoked about her vacation to Hawaii next month. And for anticipation, are you pumped for the big game tonight? Share your excitement about an upcoming event. I'm so stoked for the new movie. A highly relevant modern term, binge watch. This means to watch many episodes of a TV show continuously, one after another, often for an extended period. You could say, I spent all weekend binge watching that new series on Netflix. I couldn't stop. Or, for a favorite show, we decided to binge watch our favorite sitcom from the beginning. It's a common habit. She's notorious for binge watching entire seasons in one sitting. Talk about your TV habits. I love to binge watch comedies on a rainy day. Here's a popular acronym, FOMO. It stands for fear of missing out. It's the anxiety or apprehension that an exciting or interesting event may currently be happening elsewhere, often fueled by social media. For example, I skipped the party to study, but now I'm having serious FOMO seeing everyone's pictures. Or for social plans, she always says yes to invitations because of her strong FOMO. And its source: social media often triggers FOMO among users. If you feel like you're missing something fun, I've got major FOMO right now. Wish I was there. For subtle versus obvious, low key and high key. Low key means done or said in a subtle, quiet, modest, or understated way. It's often used to describe a quiet preference or something you're secretly feeling. High key means done or said in an obvious, overt, or noticeable way, very openly. For instance, I'm low key excited about the trip, but I don't want to jinx it. And for strong feelings, he's high key obsessed with that new video game. He talks about it constantly. You can also describe events. We had a low key birthday celebration at home. Or talent. She's high key talented. Everyone knows it. Describe a subtle feeling. I'm low key hungry for some pizza. To give strong praise, slay. To do something exceptionally well. To impress greatly. To succeed spectacularly. It's a modern, strong, positive affirmation. You might hear, her performance was absolutely amazing. She slayed on stage. Or for a presentation. You totally slayed that presentation. Everyone was impressed. And for style, she always slays in her fashion choices. Praise someone's excellent effort. You just slayed that outfit. When someone disappears from communication, ghost. As a verb, to ghost someone means to suddenly end communication with them without explanation, especially in dating or social contexts. For example, he stopped replying to my texts and calls after our first date. I think he ghosted me. Or about social etiquette. It's rude to ghost your friends just because you're busy. And for professional contexts, she was so upset when her business partner suddenly ghosted her. Describe someone suddenly cutting contact. He just ghosted me after our conversation. And finally, a fun, relatable blend word, hangry. A blend of hungry and angry, meaning irritable or bad-tempered due to hunger. You could say, I need to eat something soon. I'm getting really hangry. Or about a mood, don't talk to him before lunch. He's always super hangry. And for kids, my toddler gets very hangry if he misses a meal. When hunger makes you grumpy, say, watch out, I'm getting a little hangry. Fantastic! You're really picking up on these. Let's keep building that vocabulary of natural American expressions. These next phrases are perfect for specific everyday situations and will make your conversations flow even more smoothly. First, to describe difficult situations. Pull in your leg. This means to tease someone, to trick someone in a playful way. It's a lighthearted form of deception. For instance, don't worry, I'm just pulling your leg. I didn't actually win the lottery. Or to confirm, are you serious or are you pulling my leg? Some people are always doing it. He's always pulling my leg with silly stories. When you're teasing someone, say, ha ha ha, I'm just pulling your leg. When you're keeping a low profile, keep a low profile. To avoid attracting attention or publicity, you might hear, after the scandal, he decided to keep a low profile for a while. Or after success, she's been trying to keep a low profile since she won the award. For busy times. During the busy season, it's hard to keep a low profile at work. If you want to avoid being noticed, say, I'm just trying to keep a low profile today. To relax completely, let your hair down. To relax and enjoy yourself freely and informally. For example, it's the weekend. Time to let your hair down and have some fun. Or at a party. At the party, everyone was laughing and really letting their hair down. After hard work. After working so hard, she finally felt like she could let her hair down on vacation. Encourage someone to relax. Come on, let your hair down. Hair. When you're unsure or can't make a decision, on the fence. To be undecided or neutral about something, having difficulty making a decision. You could say, I'm still on the fence about whether to take that job offer or not. Or for social plans, are you going to the concert? I'm still on the fence. And for group decisions, the committee is on the fence about the new proposal. If you're undecided, say, I'm still on the fence about what to order for dinner. To keep someone informed, keep me in the loop. To keep me informed about developments or progress, include me in the communication. For instance, please keep me in the loop about any changes to the project schedule. Or if you missed something, I wasn't at the meeting, so could you keep me in the loop on what was discussed? For teamwork. It's important to keep everyone in the loop so no one is left out of decisions. Ask to be kept informed. Just keep me in the loop on that, okay? When something is very rare, once in a blue moon. This means very rarely, on very infrequent occasions. A blue moon is a rare second full moon in a single calendar month. For example, my brother lives abroad, so I only see him once in a blue moon. Or for habits, she only eats fast food once in a blue moon. And for big wins, our team wins a championship once in a blue moon. Describe something you do very rarely. I only go shopping for clothes once in a blue moon. To reveal your true feelings, wear your heart on your sleeve. To openly show your emotions or feelings rather than keeping them hidden. You might hear, she tends to wear her heart on her sleeve, so you always know how she's feeling. Or for passion, he's not afraid to wear his heart on his sleeve when it comes to his passion for music. And for vulnerability, it can be difficult to wear your heart on your sleeve because you're vulnerable. Describe someone very open with emotions. He always wears his heart on his sleeve. When you're extremely busy, swamped. To be overwhelmed with a large amount of work or tasks, extremely busy. For instance, I can't take on any new projects right now. I'm completely swamped. Or for busy teams, the customer service team is swamped with calls after the system outage. And for professions, during tax season, accountants are always swamped. If you're super busy, say, sorry, I can't talk long, I'm totally swamped. To make a situation worse, add fuel to the fire. To make a bad situation or argument even worse, to intensify a conflict. You could say, bringing up old arguments will only add fuel to the fire. Or for a heated debate, his angry comment just added fuel to the fire of the debate. For regulations, the new regulations threaten to add more fuel to the fire of public discontent. Advise someone not to escalate a problem. Don't say anything. You'll just add fuel to the fire. When something is simple and straightforward, cut to the chase. To get straight to the point without unnecessary introductions or details. For example, all right, let's cut to the chase. What's the real problem here? Or, in performance, the director told the actors to cut to the chase and focus on the main action. When you're short on time, I don't have much time, so please just cut to the chase. If you want someone to get to the point, say, okay, let's cut to the chase. Fantastic. You're really picking up on these. Let's delve into another set of contemporary expressions. These are phrases that are very much part of the current linguistic landscape in America and will make you sound incredibly authentic. First, to express something being perfect or amazing, on point. To be perfect, excellent, or exactly right, extremely good or fashionable. You might hear, her presentation was absolutely on point. She covered everything perfectly. Or for style, your outfit today is totally on point. And for service, the restaurant's service was on point, very attentive. Describe something that's perfect. That idea is totally on point. When something is obvious or extremely easy, no brainer. A decision or solution that is so obvious or easy that it requires no thought or intelligence. For instance, taking that job offer with the higher salary was a complete no brainer. Or for academic success, getting good grades is a no brainer if you study consistently. And for simple choices, for me, choosing chocolate ice cream is always a no brainer. If a decision is obvious, say, that's a no brainer. To describe someone who is fake or untrustworthy, shady. This means suspicious, dishonest, or morally questionable. You could say, I got a weird feeling from that person, they seemed a bit shady. Or for business, there's a lot of shady business going on in that company. And for questionable comments, he made some shady comments that made me distrust him. Describe someone suspicious. I think that deal sounds a little shady. When you're fully absorbed in something, in the zone. To be fully focused and performing at your best, completely immersed and undistracted. For example, when he's coding, he's totally in the zone and doesn't notice anything else. Or for athletes, the athlete was in the zone during the last half of the game. It's a great feeling. I love those moments when I'm just in the zone and time flies by. When you're performing optimally, say, I'm really in the zone with my work today. To praise someone's excellent performance, killed it. To perform extremely well. To do something perfectly or impressively. Similar to slay. You might hear, her presentation was incredible, she really killed it. Or for a band, the band absolutely killed it at the concert last night. And for exams, you totally killed it on that exam. Praise a great performance. You killed it on stage. When something is extremely funny, I'm dead or I'm dying. An exaggerated way to say something is incredibly funny, hilarious, or overwhelming with laughter. For instance, that joke was so funny, I'm dead. Or watching a video. Watching that video, I was literally dying of laughter. And for reactions, his reaction was priceless, I'm dead. React to something hilarious. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, I'm dying. When you're feeling excited and ready, hyped up. To be very excited, enthusiastic, or stimulated about something, often due to anticipation. You could say, the fans were all hyped up for the concert to start. Or for personal events, I'm super hyped up for my birthday next week. And after a stimulant, he got all hyped up after drinking 3 energy drinks. Express strong excitement. I'm really hyped up for the game tonight. To describe someone who is generally unoriginal or basic. Basic. Referring to things or people that are unoriginal, conventional, or stereotypical, often in a derogatory way. Usually implies someone follows popular trends without much individuality. For example, pumpkin spice lattes and Ugg boots are considered basic by some. Or for music taste, he only listens to the most popular pop songs, he's so basic. And for plots, that movie plot is so basic, I've seen it 100 times. Describe a very common trend. That kind of fashion is pretty basic. To make plans or meet someone, link up. To meet up or connect with someone, often informally, you might say, let's link up for coffee tomorrow morning. Or to coordinate, I'll text you later to figure out where we can link up. For collaborations, the two teams decided to link up for a joint project. Suggest meeting. Hey, want to link up after work? When you're completely exhausted, wiped out. To be extremely tired, utterly exhausted. Similar to beat. For instance, after hiking all day, I was completely wiped out. Or after a workout, that intense workout left me feeling totally wiped out. And for kids, the kids were wiped out after a day at the amusement park. When you're very tired, I'm wiped out, I need a nap. When someone is being overly dramatic, extra. This means excessive, over the top, or overly dramatic in behavior or appearance. You could say, he always makes such a scene. He's so extra. Or, for fashion, that outfit is a bit extra for a casual dinner, don't you think? And for small issues, she was being so extra about her tiny paper cut. Describe overly dramatic behavior. He's so extra when he complains. To casually refer to something that's great, dope. Excellent, very good, impressive, or cool. For example, that new song is really dope. Or, for possessions, he got a dope new car. And for skills, your photography skills are dope. Praise something cool. That's a dope jacket. Incredible work so far. We've covered a huge amount of ground, from timeless idioms to modern slang that defines casual American conversation. But simply knowing these words isn't enough. The real magic happens when you understand how to use them in context and, perhaps more importantly, how to recognize them when native speakers use them. Let's explore a few more valuable expressions and then talk about how to truly integrate all of this into your everyday English. First, to express being able to handle something, got it covered. To have taken care of something, to have everything under control. For instance, don't worry about the dinner, I've got it covered. Or in a dialogue, who's bringing the drinks? I've got it covered. For delegating, just focus on your part, I'll get the rest covered. Offer to handle something. Don't stress, I've got it covered. When something is not a problem, no biggie. This means no problem. It's not a big deal. Unimportant. It's a very casual way to downplay an issue. You could say, thanks for picking up my mail. No problem, no biggie. Or for minor delays. I know I'm a few minutes late, but it's no biggie, right? And for plans. If you can't make it, it's no biggie. We can reschedule. If something isn't a problem, say, it's no biggie, honestly. A common affirmative. You bet. This means certainly, absolutely, you're welcome, it's a pleasure. Used as a strong agreement or a more enthusiastic, you're welcome. For example, thanks for helping me move. You bet. Or for a confirmation, are you coming to the party? You bet I am. And for offering help, can you lend me a hand? You bet. Respond enthusiastically to a request or thank you. Can I count on you? You bet. To say goodbye casually, catch you later or catch you later. This means see you later, goodbye. A very informal way to say farewell. You might say, I've got to go, catch you later. Or, after a good visit, it was good seeing you, catch you later. And for future meetings, I'll finish this up and then catch you later at the cafe. Say goodbye casually. All right, I'm out. Catch you later. When you have a strong desire for something, craving, a strong desire or longing for something, especially food or drink. It can also be used for non-food items. For instance, I'm really craving a slice of pizza right now. Or, after a tough day, After that intense meeting, I'm craving a quiet evening. And for adventures, she has a serious craving for adventure. Express a strong desire. I'm craving something sweet. To describe something that didn't happen. Flop. A complete failure, something that does not succeed at all. You could say, the new movie was a total flop at the box office. Or for business ideas, his business idea turned out to be a complete flop. And for events, despite all the effort, the event was a flop due to bad weather. Describe a failure. The concert was a total flop. When something is very exciting or surprising, mind-blowing. Extremely impressive, exciting or surprising, awe-inspiring. For example, the special effects in that film were absolutely mind-blowing. Or for facts, I just read a mind-blowing article about space travel. And for talent, her talent is truly mind-blowing. I've never seen anything like it. Describe something amazing. That magic trick was mind-blowing. To manage a situation, often a difficult one. Handle it. To deal with or manage a situation or problem successfully. You might say, don't worry about the kids. I can handle it. Or for pressure. He's very calm under pressure. He knows how to handle it. For delegation, I'll take care of the paperwork. You just handle the clients. Assure someone you can manage. Leave it to me. I can handle it. When someone is being overly dramatic or emotional, melodramatic. Overly emotional or dramatic in a way that is exaggerated or not sincere. For instance, his reaction to getting a small scratch was a bit melodramatic. Or for general behavior, she always gets so melodramatic when things don't go her way. And for art, the play was a bit too melodramatic for my taste. Describe someone who is overly emotional. Don't be so melodramatic about it. It's not that serious. When something is obvious or apparent, goes without saying. This means something is so obvious that it does not need to be stated. It's understood. You could say that she's a talented singer goes without saying. Or for etiquette, it goes without saying that you should always be polite to customers. And for safety, your safety goes without saying. We'll take every precaution. State something that's clearly true. That hard work pays off. Goes without saying. When someone is very intelligent or quick-witted, sharp, intelligent, quick-witted, perceptive, or astute. For example, he's got a very sharp mind. He understands complex ideas quickly. Or for work skills, you need to be sharp to succeed in that line of work. And for observations, that was a sharp observation. I hadn't thought of that. Describe an intelligent person. She's incredibly sharp. To put someone in a difficult situation. Put someone on the spot. To ask someone a difficult or embarrassing question unexpectedly. Putting them in a situation where they have to answer immediately. For instance, the interviewer put me on the spot by asking about my biggest weakness. Or for awkward moments. I didn't want to put him on the spot, but I needed an answer right away. And for preferences, she hated being put on the spot during meetings. Avoid asking an embarrassing question. I don't want to put you on the spot, but can you answer this? When something is very exciting or important, big deal. Something very important or impressive. Often used sarcastically to mean the opposite. Not a big deal. You could say getting that promotion was a big deal for her career. But be careful, it can be sarcastic. He acts like it's a big deal that he got a new car, but lots of people have one. And for minimizing, it's no big deal if you're a few minutes late. When something is truly important, say, This project is a really big deal for the company. When someone is acting crazy or irrational, go nuts. To become very excited or enthusiastic, to act crazy or become insane. Context determines meaning. For example, the crowd will go nuts when their favorite band comes on stage. Or for frustration, if I don't get some sleep soon, I'm gonna go nuts. And for pets, my dog goes nuts when I come home. Describe extreme excitement. The fans went nuts when they scored. To make a lot of money, make a killing. To earn a lot of money very quickly or easily. For instance, he made a killing in the stock market during the tech boom. Or for new ventures, they hope to make a killing by selling their new product online. And for wise investments, if you invest wisely, you can make a killing in real estate. Describe a very profitable venture. They really made a killing with that new app. When someone is avoiding direct eye contact, shifty. Seeming dishonest or untrustworthy, often suggested by restless or indirect movements, especially of the eyes. You might say, "The man's shifty eyes made me feel uncomfortable." Or for answers, "He gave a shifty answer, avoiding the real question." And for trust, "I don't trust him. He's a bit shifty." Describe someone suspicious. "He gave me a shifty look." When something is very clear or obvious, crystal clear, very easy to understand, perfectly clear. For example, after your explanation, everything is crystal clear now? Or for instructions, make sure the instructions are crystal clear so there are no mistakes. And for intentions, her intentions were crystal clear from the start. Confirm understanding. Yes, that's crystal clear, thank you. Incredible work so far. We've covered so many amazing American English idioms and slang terms today. From under the weather to no cap, and from go with the flow to being hyped up, you now have a powerful arsenal of expressions that will truly transform your English. But simply knowing these phrases is just the first step. The real mastery comes from integrating them naturally into your own speech and truly understanding them when you hear them. Here are some final advanced tips for making these idioms and slang a part of your everyday vocabulary. First, immerse yourself actively. Don't just passively watch American movies, TV shows, and YouTube videos. Actively listen for these idioms and slang words. When you hear one, pause, rewind, listen again. Try to understand the context. Also, shadowing is incredibly powerful. Once you hear an idiom used, try repeating the sentence exactly as the native speaker said it, mimicking their tone, rhythm, and speed. This trains your mouth and brain to produce these phrases naturally. Second, remember that context is king. Pay attention to the situation. Remember that slang and idioms often depend heavily on context. Lit means exciting for a party, but you wouldn't use it to describe a formal business presentation. Pay attention to who is speaking, where they are, and the overall mood of the conversation. Also, observe relationships. Notice how different people use slang with each other. Friends might use very casual slang, while colleagues in a professional setting might use more common idioms but less trendy slang. Third, start small. Practice consistently. Don't try to memorize all 50 plus at once. Pick 2 to 3 new idioms or slang terms each week. Focus on those. Create your own examples. Write down your own sentences using the new phrases. Think of situations from your daily life where you could use them. And most importantly, use them in conversation when appropriate. The best way to internalize them is to actually use them. Try incorporating 1 or 2 new phrases into your conversations with English-speaking friends, tutors, or even just when you're talking to yourself. Don't be afraid to experiment. Fourth, beware of overuse and misuse. While it's great to use these phrases, don't try to force them into every sentence. Less is more. Overusing slang or idioms can make your speech sound unnatural or even insincere. A few well-placed expressions are far more effective. Also, understand the nuance. Some slang can have subtle negative connotations or might be very specific to a certain age group or subculture. If you're unsure, it's safer to stick to the more generally accepted idioms we covered today. Finally, maintain your curiosity. Keep learning. Language is always evolving. New slang terms emerge and old ones fade away. Stay curious, keep listening, and always be open to learning new expressions. Learning idioms and slang is truly a journey, not a destination. It's about opening yourself up to the vibrancy and expressiveness of American English. By focusing on these authentic phrases, you're not just expanding your vocabulary, you're gaining a deeper insight into the culture and the way native speakers truly think and feel. You've done an incredible job today absorbing all this information. Remember, consistency is key. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel, and soon, these American English idioms and slang terms will become a natural part of your fluent, confident English. That's all for today's deep dive into American English idioms and slang on English in moments. I sincerely hope you found this episode helpful and that you're feeling more confident about speaking like a local. If this lesson brought you value, please remember to show your support by giving us a thumbs up, leaving a comment with your favorite new phrase, and absolutely subscribing to our channel. Hitting that bell icon will ensure you never miss a new episode, as we're here daily to help you on your English learning journey. You can also find a treasure trove of additional resources and past episodes right here on our channel to continue your progress. Keep practicing, keep immersing yourself, and keep embracing the incredible journey of mastering English. I'll catch you in the next one. Happy learning!